Hello everybody, it's Emery48 here, and today's video is on a lot of the short stories and other things in between the last novel and Revan. The first of which is Jedi Protector, which was an RPG story, and it was very short and simple but good for someone who is new to RPG stories. There was not much there if you are someone who has already done RPG stories in the past. And then next was Ruins of Cabas Deba, which is another RPG story. This one was longer and more in depth than the first one, and a good story for someone looking to get into RPG stories. These were both in 4000 BBY, and they were written by Peter Schweighöfer. I think that it is important for you to do RPG stories on your own, as your choices and rolls of the dice will make the story different for each person that does it. The next is A Tale from the Dark Side, which is a short story that describes what happened to a Jedi when they attempted to enter the Sith library and essentially take the knowledge of the Sith. The Jedi, like those in the past, was not even able to reach the doors before being consumed by the dark side. This also took place in 4000 BBY and was written by George Straighten. The next short story is The Secret Journal of Dr. Demigol, which is a series of journal entries by a high-ranking member in Mandalorian society. So far, it seems as though he is in charge of researching differences in Jedi to assist in the Mandalorian War against the Republic. The Jedi have staged a surprise attack or a possible escape from within the research center. One of the people the Demigol encounters is Squint, who then changes his name to Malak. The Demigol, even though he is not the best person, notices something darker in Malak than the rest of the Jedi. He also states that Squint or Malak go by their own rules. This story takes place between 3964 and 3963 BBY. And this one was written by John Jackson Miller. The next short story is Labor Pains, which was a story about the same crew that the Demigol was on in the last story. This describes Zane, a former Jedi, goes into some difficulties with attempting to con people when your partner is a Jedi. This takes place in 3963 BBY and is also by John Jackson Miller. The next short story is Interference, which also takes place in 3963 BBY and is also written by John Jackson Miller. However, this one I could not find a way to access the reading, so I don't really know quite what it was about. The next one is Onderon Cutoff, which is a multi-person RPG with miniatures, and I didn't have multiple people or the miniatures, so I skipped this one for now, but in the future I may come back to some of the more complex RPGs. This does take place in 3960 BBY and is written by Sterling Hershey. Iridonian Darkness is another RPG, and I have not done many of these, and this one got me a little confused, so I'm skipping this one as well. I encourage people to try it for themselves and let me know how you did in the comments below. I may come back to this one as well in the future when I get more into the RPG stories. This one takes place in 3959 BBY and is written by Sterling Hershey. The next in this line is also in the same year, 3959 BBY, and written by the same author, Sterling Hershey, and it's another RPG miniature called Circa 431. So I'm skipping this one as well. The next story after this is Permanent Demotion, which is a sequel to Circa 431, so if I'm not doing the first one, I'm not going to do the sequel either. But this one also takes place in 3959 BBY and is written by Sterling Hershey. The next story is The Betrayal of Darth Revan, and is another RPG story, which is multiplayer, so this may be revisited in the future when I have some friends over to do the multiplayer ones. This one is in 3957 BBY and is written by Patrick Stutzman. Continuing along the line of RPG miniatures, Knights of the Old Republic Opportunities will be skipped as well. In the same year, 3957 BBY, this one written by Sterling Hershey. And the next one is also written by Sterling Hershey, another RPG miniature. It is called Payback. This one is in 3956 BBY. Now, the next thing on the list for Legends Media is Knights of the Old Republic, the video game. And I have just recently gotten that, so I'm going to play it on my own, and then I will do a summary and review of the game probably about halfway through, and then once I've completed it, similar to how I do the books on this channel. This is mostly because the graphics in this game are not of the highest quality, so it won't really translate that well, I don't think, to YouTube. But games in the future that have better graphics, like newer games, I will play on this channel. This game starts at 3956 BBY. Finally, there are some promotional videos that give some good background information. They're about 3 to 5 minutes long, and they're all on YouTube. And I will link the ones relevant to the timeline in this video. The videos I am referencing are timelines, and there are 12 of them, but for this video we only get through the years that are between 8 and 12. 1 through 7 will be in the video after the Revan video. The timelines relevant to this video are the Great Hyperspace War, which is 5000 BBY, the Rebirth of the Sith Empire, which is 4904 BBY, the Exar Kun War, which is 4000 to 3996 BBY, the Mandalorian Wars, which is 3964 BBY, and the Jedi Civil War, which is 3956 BBY. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope this video helped you understand a little bit more about the Legends stories. And there are going to be more videos like this that cover the short stories in between novels. Please leave a like, a comment down below, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Have a great day.